it will be that he's got to position some cabinet members, some good ones.
Yep,
And I think that's
100%.
going to be,
That's
he's
the
got to be able to
recipe for
delegate.
success.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
unfortunately what ends up happening a lot of times, and I will say this did not happen with Nino because I do believe Nino did delegate fairly well
Yeah, a bit
for the most
much to
part.
my mind. He didn't want to
um,
fucking know, did he? Oh, he didn't. Every time I rang him, he said, call someone else. I can't get hold of him. Put it in an email, Martha.
well, so that's kind of the thing, though, right? Like being the sort of single point
Yeah,
of contact for an entire county is very overwhelming,
yeah,
and then dissuades people from wanting to like do the job. It's like
yeah,
and I guess it's especially bad at the start because then everyone's going to be contacting them all at once, and they'll never have a
yeah,
moment to even breathe. And again,
yeah,
it's overwhelming. And but the recipe for success regarding a position like mayorship is um, delegating straight up and having
yeah. But
people
the
so
but
that
the
you don't
people
have to
they
be everywhere at
delegate to
once.
have got to be committed. It's no good saying, "Oh,
Oh
aren't we? Oh,
yes,
we're all." The biggest thing I see is everyone goes, "Oh, I'm in the cabinet. Oh, I'm part of this company. Oh my god, I'm in charge of everything." And then they just go, "Actually, it's quite boring because now it's all kind of done and dusted," and they don't
yep.
bother. And that's what he might have to look forward to. You know, you can't just keep getting a steady stream of like one after the other. You've got to try and pick the right people to begin with. So I hope he does.
100%. Do you
And they've
know if
got to,
he's
they've
answered anything regarding chief of police?
no, I haven't spoke to him about that. To be honest, I am not in his time zone, and so usually I don't get to go to any meetings. It's just the bane
Damn.
of my life.
Damn.
I know, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't think he's gonna want to break anything that's
Good.
fixed
I like that.
already.
I like that
Um,
because where
but
the
I can't
LSPD is
say.
needs to
Yeah,
stay. It has been
yeah,
such a breath of fresh air not having to
yeah,
worry about internal
yeah.
conflict between departments.
I mean, the only thing Junior's talking about is who am I going to have for sheriff? He's already got a list and he's already deciding what he's going to do, and he's coming in having chats with people and saying, "Oh, I think I'd have this one. Oh, and it'll be a bloody laugh to have that person." I'm thinking, "Fuck off." You know, bloody laugh. We don't need
I
a bloody
can't.
laugh, do
Yeah,
we? I can't
exactly.
stand
We,
that.
we've we have been the laughing stock of just about every mayor up north
Mm,
who holds it above our head, and
yeah,
we just want some semblance of fucking stability, you know? Like
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter who it is. Like it doesn't matter if it's Bones and Cassidy. It doesn't matter if
Mm,
it's McNulty and Viv. It truly does not
yeah.
matter. What we need is
Stability.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I think I've already had this conversation with you. How can
Yeah.
any department ever succeed in its entirety if every 90 days there could be a shakeup in high command within your department? You know, like it's just it's
Yeah.
wild to me that that legislation even allows for it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. But I think as and when people show that they can't do the job, that's when they should be outed. Not because the sheriff comes in and said, "Oh, wouldn't it
Yes,
be a laugh if we
I
had someone
agree.
that just like ran around with toilet paper up their bum all day?
I
Wouldn't that be
agree.
funny?"
Well,
Yeah, no,
hold
not
on. Is
not about
Junior
that.
around? Because I need a.
Yeah, have a chat with him, see
Yeah, I'm
what he
gonna call
says.
him. I'm gonna call him.
But I stood up for Viv the other day because people were kind of not bad mouthing her, but kind of disregarding her, if you know what I mean. Sort of and I said she's literally done nothing but good for me. I said she's dropped everything for me, and I'm sort of like just a receptionist. I said she's never faltered, even when she had a demotion when she was LSPD. I said she literally just got on with it. She didn't do anything different. She still did
Mm-hmm.
the job. She didn't start doing less. She just kept went out and did her job every day, and I value that. That's Henry trying to get hold of me. I was trying to do his Google sheet for
You're
him.
good. You're good.
Yeah, I think I might have
Um,
just swallowed a fly.
but
Fuck.
Martha, thank you for the
Yeah,
information. I appreciate it.
you're welcome. I mean, I hope it goes all right.
Me
You
too.
know,
We'll
I
never
take people.
know. We'll never know until it
Yeah,
actually happens. And
yeah,
like this is always going to be a judgment call at the end of the day. Um, so until we actually see them in the position, it's all a guessing game. And we can just do
yeah,
our due diligence regarding not hiring just an absolute scumbag off the rip, you know.
yeah,
But that's
yeah.
all we can do.
I mean, Junior just keep. Do you know what's really pissing me off? Everyone's going, "Oh, I'm going to sort the food court out." Well, do it then. Why haven't you done it already if you know how to do it? Do you know what I mean? It's
They
like
don't realize
it's
the issue.
Yeah, well, I do. I know what the issue is, and it's lack of civilians all the time. Lack of civilians that haven't got something else that they could be doing instead.
Yep, 100%.
That's all it is, and they will not. And then we're going to have a bag push situation because everyone will go, "Oh, I want your vision as well. I'll do it with you." And then that person will say, "Oh, well, go on." Then you all get on with it, and they'll go, "Oh, fuck no," and that'll be that. So, you know, so that'll be that. Right.
Hello.
Anyway,
Hello.
Listen, I'll let y'all
so
talk.
yeah,
I'm
okay.
going to call up Junior and ask questions.
Yeah. Okay then.
Y'all have a
See
good
you in a
one.
bit. All right then. See ya. Go. Got
When
to.
does voting end? Hold on, let me check the DOJ announcement.
Right. I thought that should be the idea because he's a constant. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, no, good idea.
So it's gonna be
Good
done like
idea.
right now. He just sent it to me, so I'll get that to you.
Till tomorrow.
Will I be an editor on it?
All right.
I might be on
Hmm.
Hello.
Hello, Junior. This is Senior Deputy Rhodes.
How's
How
it
you
going,
doing?
Rhodes? I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
That's good. I'm all right. No complaints. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been around all that much as of recent. So I've sort of missed a lot of the campaigning related stuff. But I am heading to City Hall to go and vote.
Okay, awesome.
So I guess my question here, prior to voting, is, what's your stance on, like, you know, the sheriff position and whatnot? Like, how's that looking? Like, I don't know if you've announced anything. Like, it could be very public. I have no idea.
I've been very, I'll be honest, cards to my chest with the sheriff, and I'm gonna keep it that way. But what I will tell you is, my whole process as sheriff, I want to work hand in hand with the BCSO, but also alongside the BCSO, I want to speak to the general public. I want to speak to the LSPD. I want to try and get across to as many people as possible to understand who the best person for the job is.
Okay.
Because the way I see it, whoever the sheriff pick is, they're a public servant, the same way the mayors are. They're there to keep the peace.
Right. The only thing I sort of ask that you pay special attention to is that sort of most mayors, not all, but most. My goodness. One moment.
Hey,
Are you all right?
I'm great. Listen.
Was that
shake this
Raccoon?
one off? Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, we shake this one off. We both didn't stop and go. We're both lawbreakers.
All right, Raccoon. Stay safe. My name's Matt Rhodes. Anyways, okay. Sorry, Junior. Apologies. I got T-boned. So
under a special.
Yeah, pretty much. The only thing I ask that you pay special attention to is the fact that the mayor position has sort of been held over people's head with almost every iteration of the Blaine County mayorship, which is slightly problematic because while people claim to want to see, like, the BCSO improve, unfortunately what ends up happening, I say unfortunately, not as if like it's always been a bad decision, more so that it's like, how do you build a solid foundation of a department when every 90 days the head of said department and leadership changes, you know? And I feel like that's something that has been weaponized in the past, not necessarily by, like, Elena, for example, or Andy, but someone like Pred, right? It was essentially held over the BCSO's head, and the position sort of held hostage, and the entirety of the department paid peanuts for months because of a mayor just disliking the department, just for the sake of disliking us, and changing high command within the BCSO for the sole purpose of pissing people off and nothing else. I just ask that, again, you pay sort of special attention. I'm not saying you should absolutely not change the high command structure at all. It's not at all I'm saying. It's obviously within your position and power to do so if you are elected. I just think it's important to value some level of stability within a department, And I feel like a lot of mayors sort of come into the position with this idea of like a shakeup and changing the department,
sweeping changes,
not
right?
realizing that literally 90 days prior, the same shit happened, and the same shit happened 90 days prior to that, and pretty much rinse repeat.
Yeah, and I think this may come across a bit brutal, but there's not been a mayor since Andy Jones who's completed a full term, and that was a year ago. Which it sounds fucking mental, right? But it's true. There's not been one mayor who's done a full term.
That, yeah, honestly, now that you bring it up, that wasn't even something that crossed my mind. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Being a mayor is not for the faint of heart. Like straight up, I feel like a lot of people go into the position thinking it's going to be phenomenal, and straight up, there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done, and there's going to be a lot of people at your ear, you know, sort of begging for certain things. It is what it is. But yeah, my biggest thing is just the sort of sheriff related stuff, because I don't think anyone can argue that any of the selections were bad, but there's always that, like, I'm not kidding, every 90 days the BCSO is just like, it's the unknown that fucking kills us, you know, like the unknown of
the direction.
Pretty much, yeah, especially when there was the fight over if other people in like LSPD can be the mayor, because then there was whole like internal conflict, and there's just a whole bunch of shit that no one really wants to deal with. But
I can understand and respect that. What I will say is, I'm sure you know Blaine County's current financial situation, right?
Yeah.
Like, the way I see it, we can't really get much fucking worse. Do you know what I mean? And with the people I've got around me, they're some of the most hardworking individuals I've seen in San Andreas. We're here to make changes, but positive changes that's going to stop the rot and bring back Blaine County to where it should be.
I like that. I like that a lot. Now, are you aware? So, did you work alongside Nino?
Yeah, for 9 months.
Okay, all right. So then you're probably going to be aware of there being some like logistical nightmares regarding the budget, like towing related stuff and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay,
like,
perfect.
A lot of the pay and a lot of the things that should be going to Blaine County aren't.
Got it.
But I also do understand that there's certain things which weren't really looked into, which I know I'm going to look into.
Perfect. I like to hear that. Now I don't know if this is something that's ever been considered. Sort of just spitballing an idea here. Obviously, a good portion of the budget likely stems from having to pay the BCSO. Like, if that's not the biggest line item, I don't know what would be, truthfully. So I guess my not concern, but more suggestion would be, if you have a good working relationship with whoever's going to be the next mayor, considering the amount of crime that happens down in the city is tenfold what happens up north, I question if they would be able to sort of supplement the county's sort of budget regarding police pay, if that makes sense, right? Because if 90% of what we do is down in the city, and listen, if you tell me that the BCSO needs to patrol up north, while I would agree, the unfortunate reality is 90% of crime happens down in the city. So if we're responding to crime, we unfortunately have to be in the city. I question if there's ever been talks or discussion amongst mayors of both counties referencing that, and if, considering how big the Los Santos County budget is in comparison to the Blaine County budget, if they'd be able to like supplement that income given the resources that we have to dedicate to the city.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'm willing to look into. You know, I do take the point of a lot of, like I said, a lot of crime happens in the city, and realistically, if you're putting a lot of your time and effort into there, you should be rewarded for that, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, otherwise the city becomes a lawless land, you know, especially if we're unable to do our jobs because there just aren't resources available. I just don't know, like I said, if it's ever been something that's been brought up or even like entertained in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll be perfectly honest, Rose. I won't bullshit you. The next 3 months, due to Blaine's financial position, is not going to be easy for both me as a mayor and the Blainers, but it's something we've got to deal with due to the past 3 months and the poor financial understanding of the previous mayor.
Right.
It's just one of those things that, you know, we may. I'll be the one thing I won't bullshit you on is if you know pay does need to be docked for a couple of days, so you know we're not back in the red. I'll be open and honest and let you guys know about it.
Well, I appreciate that. The other thing, this is kind of a big one. So there's no legislation indicating that our pay needs to be like announced anywhere. Though if you do ever make changes, definitely communicate that, which you've already said you're going to do. Just know that we've had people sort of cash in their check, and from my understanding, I could be wrong here. The way it works is whatever the rate of pay is at the time somebody cashes out a check is the rate at which all of their hours are counted. That's how it was explained to me.
I believe that's the case.
Which is sort of kind of problematic, because if someone has worked 300 hours without, you know, collecting their paycheck, and then they cash out their paycheck and it's, you know, at the lowest it's ever been, that's like being shot in the fucking heart, you know? Putting in all that work and getting paid peanuts, except that's what happened under Pred when we got paid literally hundreds of dollars per hour as opposed to thousands. The thing is, the primary issue is we just had no communication with that. So if you ever do change pay on it, just let us know. Like I don't think anyone will complain about our pay being reduced or adjusted as long as we're aware of those changes.
And it's that open communication, something I'm so passionate about.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, if I'm making changes going to affect you guys have the right to know, right? It's simple as that.
Yeah, 100%. And it could even be something as simple as a document, something on the MDT, a report of some sort that like can be shared and edited on the fly, and people can just literally check what their fucking pay is in comparison to hoping it's not something crazy low that day.
Yeah, I can understand and appreciate that. Like literally, just like realistically, I'm not around 24/7, right?
Mm-hmm.
So having that report there, but I'm planning to have it on the I'm planning to have a Blaine government website where we keep you guys posted on like all updates. But
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be
not
really
just pay
that'd be really
stuff, but
nice.
just
It'd be
different
really
things.
really
So,
nice.
like I'm ready to work and make some changes and turn the tide very much so. Like I'm
Perfect.
I
Well,
want
listen, you
these
have
next
my
3
vote.
months-
I've already voted.
Okay.
You have my vote. And you know, I hope that all goes well. It's probably not going to be easy. You're going to have people who are going to complain and be all up in arms about stuff, but as long as your heart's in the right place and you know it's for the greater good, you do you.
All right. Thank you very much for your support, sir, and hopefully we can have a good working relationship in the future.
I hope so.
All right.
You have a good one.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Blackjack. Sick, thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Also, Vulp, thank you for the 67 months. Appreciate it. Angel, thank you for the 74. Old. I think we're mostly good. I think we're good. I don't know about a gambling arc. Wonder if I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. That was a pretty solid day. BH. I just like that it like there were like pockets of action as opposed to like bang truck, bang truck, bang truck, bang truck, bang truck. Getting shot over and over and over and over and over, you know? Who do I send y'all off to? NoPixel.hasroot.com. Oh yeah, 100% Tam. Entertaining a VAF? Unheard of. Unfucking heard of. Chat, I'm going to send y'all off to I'm gonna send y'all to Kylie. Kylie's live. So chat, thank y'all so much for all of the support. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for the follows, host rates, bits, donations, gifts, subs, resubs. I say this each and every time. I genuinely could not have asked for a community to be built around channels. Thank y'all for being absolutely amazing. If y'all haven't already, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/curvyelephant. Join our Discord, discord.gg/curvyelephant. And if you enjoyed what you saw today, drop me a follow on Twitch. Appreciate that as well. I'll be live tomorrow. I hope to see y'all there. Peace.